Hey guys, I'm back again with a brand new video for you all, and today we'll be talking about the best teams that we can use for the new season, that is season 22 in the Go Battle League for the Great League, guys. These are going to be the top 10 teams, but before that we'll be talking about the rankings. A lot of the things are going to change. Pokemon previously, which was ranked 900, is now ranked 7th, and Pokemon which was ranked like 500 is now ranked, I don't know, 4th or 5th or 6th. So these are going to be some wild changes for the new season in the Go Battle League. So let's start the video. First, we'll be talking about the rankings here. There we go. Mandibuzz is number 1 there. And obviously, you're going to be weak against things like Morpekos and Wigglies. And yeah, people are going to use those because Mandibuzz is going to be number 1, right? Clodsire number 2. There we go. Lapras with new move Sparkling Area, and number 3 there, and it's gonna be learning Sideway from the new season, right? And yeah, Malamar is number 4. Foul Play is gonna getting update as well, and Sableye with that Dazzling Gleam Shadow variant is number 5. Look at that. Corsola is 6th. Now it dropped not up that much. I guess it was 1 or 2. Now it's 6th, right? Grumpig, look at that. Grumpig is number 7th. Who would have thought? Damn, look at that moveset. Dynamic Punch and Shadow Ball with decent, very good fast move Sidewave. Look at that. This guy is gonna be insane. Now we need to we need to take these guys to tackle these because a lot of the guys are gonna run Grumpig, right? And Dusclops and Dusknoir at 8 and 9. Dusknoir is Shadow variant. Again, Dynamic Punch is gonna get buffed in terms of energy cost. Energy cost is going to get lowered, and Dynamic Punch is going to load a little faster, right? Clodsire with Stone Edge is number 10, and Clodsire with Sludge Bomb is number 2. So that is the thing to note, right? Diggersby and Feraligatr 11 and 12, Shadow Feraligatr 14, Morpeko is 13. All right, Claydol is 15. Now this is gonna be in the mainstream format of the game. This guy Claydol, it previously was like in some picked metas like Psychic Cups and those things. Now this is gonna be in full action in the Open Great League with that Rock Tomb, which is gonna load a little faster. That is also gonna get changed from new season, right? Corviknight is 16, Jellicent 17, 18, Togetic with that Psyshock. It's gonna learn Psyshock now. Previously didn't learn Psyshock. Now Dazzling Gleam is gonna load faster. That is also changing from this season, and this guy is gonna be so spammy, right? The only thing that is gonna stop this guy is gonna be things like Bastodons, right? Bastodons and those things. But yeah, there are definitely gonna be other things as well. But Togetic is gonna be a very good pick this time. Gastrodon is number 19, Pangor 20. Those are the top 20 Pokemons for the Open Great League. I guarantee you this ranking is going to change a bit, like in the first week. Within the first week, it is going to change slightly a bit. That is for sure, right? And let's talk about the top 30 here. Cradily 29, Steelix 28, Carbink is 30, Lapras Shadow variant is 27, Machoke Shadow 26, Primeape is 24, Jumpluff and Dusknoir normal variant 23, and Azumarill is 22, G-Weezing is 21. There we go. That is the top 30 mons, and there Emolga is 33. Actually, Emolga is also going to be very, very good because of that acrobatic, which is going to load faster. That is also getting buffed from the new season, and yeah, it is going to be super strong. And Gozzlord, my favorite, is 35, and Lime Shadow variant is 34, and Steel Grumpig Shadow is 39. Look at that. And Golurk, Sunfisk for it, Sucker Punch. Interesting. It's gonna learn Trailblaze. That is also a new update, right? And those were the rankings, guys. So let's now talk about the best teams that we can use for the Open Great League. So the first team that we're going to be talking about is Gastrodon, Lapras, and Mandibuzz. This is going to be a very, very good team in my view, right? Look at the back line. Is going to be weak against those things like Basties and Carbinks, and you've got Gastrodon up front, very strong against those guys, right? And we can say it is gonna be a little bit ABA against things like Jumpluff, like Gastrodon and Lapras double water ABA. Gastrodon in the lead, Lapras at the back, right? It is going to be ABA against those things, but you can always save swap into your Lapras. and threaten a shield with Ice Beam. That's how you play. Or you can do is put Lapras in lead and then Gastrodon at the back, right? And do ABA, sack your Lapras, grabbing one shield with that Ice Beam, right? And that's how you play ABA. And there we go, Mandibuzz there. The core breaker for this team is gonna be things like electric, but not other electrics like Morpeko or Stunfisks or those electrics, but the electrics like Emolga or the Zapdos, because they're also flyer and Gastrodon is gonna like, it's a ground, right? And then it's electric, so it's gonna do good against backline. But even though if it's a core breaker, it's not a core breaker, because you can always tank a move, one discharge from the Emolga in your backline, one of the backline, right? And backline is not that classy as well. You can throw a lot of moves, right? And that's how you're gonna play. And if it's in the elite, then you can just spam those body slams, and that's how you're gonna run. That's gonna be not a big problem. And yeah, this is gonna be a pretty good team. Oh, and Mandibuzz against Jumpluff. A lot of people say that, oh, Fairy Wind is gonna do damage against Mandibuzz. No, Mandibuzz is going to win against Jumpluff, right? Fairy Wind, and if you land some acrobatics there, then it's gonna change a little bit. But Fairy Wind is gonna do very less damage, even though if it's gonna be super effective, and that is going to be non-stab from that Jumpluff, right? So that's how you're gonna play with this team. But yeah, this team is really gonna be good, and plus you need Mandibuzz in this new season. There are gonna be a lot of Sableye and other Shadow Claw users like Feraligatr as well, right? And Mandibuzz is good against things like Diggersby and those things, and not bad against Clodsire, even though Clodsire has access to Stone Edge. So that's how good Mandibuzz is. That is why it is #1 ranked Pokemon for the new season, right? And their Lapras is gonna be so good with that Psy-Wave, especially. Let's move on to another team. It's gonna be team #2, Dunsparce, Grumpig, and Cradily. Now, the reason I put Dunsparce in the lead with this team is to neutralize a lot of the things. The idea of this team is neutralize the lead as much you can, right? And then you got rock paper scissor kind of team, but you got ABA as well. You cannot say this is RPS alone. This is ABA as well. Dunsparce is normal and Cradily is rock, right? So it's going to be weak against fighters. That's how you're going to play ABA with this team. You gotta stay through some drill runs against a fighter that you're facing. Now, it's going to be very difficult if this is going to be a counter user like an Annihilate, right? But you got Grumpig there. Look at its move pools, right? It's going to be good. And you can also do ABB with this team and not only ABA. Now, the thing here is Grumpig is going to be weak against those things like Talonflames and also Feraligatrs, those things, right? And Cradily can beat both of them, both Talonflames and Feraligatrs, right? So that is why I put Cradily and Grumpig together to balance the things out. Now, instead of Dunsparce, if you're having trouble with fighters like running ABA, then you can run other things like, again, Azumarill, right? Those things in the lead and try to neutralize the lead, right? That's how you're gonna play. So let's move on to another team. It's going to be team #3, Annihilate, Corviknight, and Morpeko. Now again, is ABB for the things like Bastodons and those things. And yeah, the team looks weak against Carbink, but Annihilate in the lead against Carbink is not that bad for Annihilate. We all know that, right? So yeah, backline is going to be weak against Bastodon. You got Annihilate at the front, and that's how you're gonna play. And it's entirely not weak against those steel rock types, Corviknight, right? Morpeko might be, but Corviknight is not. So yeah, it's still gonna be difficult. So that's how we're gonna run this team. And the backline is like, Corviknight is gonna be weak against Talonflames and other some waters, the spammy things like Feraligatrs again, right? And Morpeko is there to handle those things. Now, I'm not saying Morpeko can handle Talonflame, no, but it certainly can fight. It can beat, and Talonflame can also beat Morpeko with a lot of the moves, not with moves like Fly, right? Morpeko is electric, and Morpeko has a slightly upper hand against Talonflame. I've beaten Talonflame a number of times with Morpeko, So yeah, to neutralize the weakness of Corviknight, there's Morpeko at the back, so that's how we're gonna run this team. Let's move on to another team. It's gonna be team number 4, Clodsire and Talonflame and Jellicent. This team looks old on paper, but it's not old. It is gonna be good, right? Old is gold, by the way, guys. And yeah, the backline is definitely weak against your Talonflame is going to be weak against those again, those Basties and other waters, right? Even Azumarils, right? So you got Poison and Ground there up front, Clodsire in the lead, and Jellicent with that Hex gonna be updated, right? It's gonna be good, and yeah, Jellicent is gonna be so good, and it is, in my opinion, it is under talked. I mean, how do we say that? We can say Jellicent is going to be underrated in next season. Yeah, because it is still not, like Talonflame is glassy and Great League, but Jellicent, we cannot say Jellicent is glassy, right? So that's how it's gonna be. So it's gonna be spammy, and it's got that hard-hitting Shadow Ball with Stab, amazing typing Water and Ghost. You can also do good against other waters as well, right? And okay, for Alligator is gonna do super effective with only fast moves, but if it's got Crunch also, then it's gonna be a little bit problem for Jellicent. And yeah, for Alligator can do good against this entire team, but you can always tank one Hydro Cannon in your Clodsire and play it like that, and then come in with your Jellicent, do some here and there's, and that's how you're gonna run. For Alligator can be the core breaker in this team. So yeah, let's move on to another team. It's gonna be Sableye, Azumarill, and Togetic. So Sableye and Double Fairy, right? Sableye and Double Fairy. This is I came with this idea because Sableye is also Ghost, so can do good against poisons, right? But not against Drapions, and not all Drapions are gonna run Sludge Bomb, right? If it's gonna use Aqua Tail and Crunch, then it's not that big of a trouble for Azumarill, right? So that's how it's going to be. And Togetic is going to be weak against things like steels and rock steels again, right? And Sableye is like good again, and not good, but it can fight back with just spamming these foul plays against things like Bastodon, but not against Carbine. Now Carbine can be a very, very big trouble for this team. It is absolutely ABA as well, right? You can run Hydro Cannon in your Azumarill for that thing, or you can change certain Pokemon from this set. And usage of Carbink might be low, but we cannot take that risk. But yeah, you can run this team, and let's see if we can overcome Carbink with this team. But Carbink definitely can be a core breaker for this team. Yeah, running Hydro Pump certainly gonna help in your Azumarill. That's how you're gonna do and make it ABA, or you can also run Azumarill in the lead and try to bait out things like Carbink, but a lot of the Carbinks are gonna be in the lead, right? So that might be a little bit of problem. Other than that, I see this team can do good things, right? And Sableye is going to be weak against things like Mandibuzz, but you got Double Fairy at the back. That's how you're gonna run this team, ABB, against those things, right? So let's move on to another team. It's gonna be team number 6, Claydol and Wigglytuff and Mandibuzz. This is gonna be one of my favorite team for this season. Now, just Claydol is gonna be weak against Feraligatr, right? And Sableye and those things, right? And that is why we got Wigglytuff. It can beat both Sableye and Feraligatr, right? And Wigglytuff is gonna be weak against Clodsires and those. Claydol can do good against those. So really good combination. And you got Mandibuzz there, the bulk beast. And you can run it as a safe swap as well, as a closer as well, right? And the backline is gonna be weak against rock steels. And you got Claydol with Mudslap there. It's gonna do good against those, ABB against those. So this is a very balanced team, except for things like Talonflame. But This season, we've got Rock Tomb in our Claydol. That is gonna do good against Talonflame, and which is gonna load much faster now, Rock Tomb. So you don't need to swap, you don't need to do anything if it's in the lead against your Claydol. Now this is, yeah, this might be the #1 team for me, guys, this season. I am running this team, seriously. So let's move, and instead of Swift, you can run Dazzling Gleam and Icy Wind in your Wigglytuff, right? I forgot to tell you that. So let's move on to another team. It's gonna be team number 7. Dusknoir, Feraligatr, Drapion. You can run all Shadow, right? And yeah, Astonish is gonna get buffed. You can run Crunch in your Feraligatr as well, but I put Ice Beam. And you can run Sludge Bomb in your Drapion because Azumarill can be good against all three if you don't have, not all three, but if you don't have Sludge Bomb in your Drapion, it's going to struggle against Azumarill this team, right? Or else than that, it's going to be pretty good. As you can see, Dusknoir are going to be weak against those things like Feraligatrs and Sableye. Then you got Dark there, Drapion, right? Also Poison coverage there, and you got Feraligatr itself. This team is going to be a little bit tricky and hard to run since because of the glassiness, all three Pokemon share for the Open Great League stage, but you can run this team, and this team's got a coverage, good coverage there, and Dynamic Punch getting the buff. You can also run Dusknoir in the closer, right? So let's move on to another one. It's going to be team number 8, Quagsire, Serperior, Guzzlord, one of my favorite team for the previous season. This team is still gonna run. I'm sure this team is still gonna run good. You can check my video on my channel with this team. I've got like 2 videos, I guess, with the same exact team, and you can check that video how to run that team, how to run this team. And I don't swap unless it's gonna be a grass in the lead against your Quagsire. That's how I play with this team, right? I rarely swap. Sometimes if it's going to be things like, all right, let's see, yeah, even if it's Azumarill things, I don't swap. Yeah, and against Azumarill I stay. And talking about Dugongs and Lapras, you can stay and threaten with Stone Edge, at least a shield, right? And that's how you're gonna play. Dugong might be the Dugong, or Lapras might be a little bit tricky, but you can run. If it's gonna be Mandibuzz, just stay. Clodsire, stay. Malamar, even Malamar, stay. Sableye, stay. Lapras, stay. Dugong, stay. Corsola, stay. Grumpig, stay. Dusclops, Dusknoir, Clodsire, Diggersby, Feraligatr, everything. If it's Feraligatr, yeah, if it's Feraligatr or the grass, then you can swap into your Guzzlord or Serperior, likewise. Right, that's how you're gonna run this team. This is a very balanced team, guys. Let's move on to another team. It's gonna be Emolga, Gastrodon, and Dunsparce. Now Emolga with that acrobatics now will load much faster in this new season. Not much, just a little faster. It is gonna do good against other grass as well. And you got Gastrodon and Dunsparce at the back there. So Emolga is, Emolga is gonna be weak against, yeah, we don't need to mention its weakness. Obviously weak against the Bastrodons and Carbings, right? And you got to save swap Dunsparce and Gastrodon to handle those. It's gonna be good, right? That's how this team is gonna roll. It's gonna be a fantastic team. And Emolga is gonna do good against Mandibuzz as well, right? And Gastrodon struggles against that. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty balanced team. So let's move on to another one. It's gonna be team number 10, Malamar, Clodsire, and Drapion. Malamar, double poison. This is a famous line, still gonna run good. That is why I kept it as number 10 here in this video, right? Nothing much to say about this team. Malamar weak against fairies, and you got double poison at the back, right? So you got double poison, so you don't need to put Sludge Bomb in your Drapion. You can just run Crunch and Aqua Tail. So that's yeah, that's pretty much how this team is going to run. And okay, so talking about things like Gastrodons. Malamar is not a clear answer against Gastrodons. Backline struggles against Gastrodons, right? And the Mod Boys. But yeah, Malamar is not clear answer, but you can fight good, fight back, right? And if you're in there, and that's how you're gonna run this team. And that is it, guys. Those were the 10 teams that we can use for the Open Great League. And I hope you like this content. If you like the content, please leave a like and comment and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. And I'm super excited for the new season. I'm sure you guys are excited as well. And do join our Discord server. The link is in the description. And thank you so much, guys. See you in my next video.